Näst ut så har vi ett program där Cecilia Uddén möter rapartisten Khaled Harara. Khaled var Göteborgs fristadsförfattare 2013 till 2014. Om ni vill veta mer om fristadsförfattarna så finns ett program om det imorgon klockan 10:20 här på stora scenen. Som andra generationens rappare från Palestina så har han inte varit rädd för att kritisera missförhållanden och den sittande regimen. Välkommen upp Cecilia Uddén och Khaled Harara. Stor applåd.
Tack så mycket. Och we're going to do this in English. Khaled, we met years ago in Gaza. I think
8 years.
8 years ago, yeah, when you were rapping in Gaza and were pretty optimistic about continuing to stay in Gaza and doing your music. But now you're in Sweden. Why?
Why? Because actually it's Gaza. I know the situation there. It's first of all, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Gaza situation, it's a little bit hard. It's a small area, smaller than Gothenburg city, 1,800,000 people live in there, surrounded from everywhere by the Israeli army, from the left side the Egyptian army, and the front of us the Mediterranean Sea, and in the middle we have Hamas government. So it's kind of hard to survive, or to be more specific, it's hard to build a future there, especially if your future is going to be related to music.
Yeah. So you had to leave in order to continue being a rap artist? Is that right?
To be honest, rap music, it was one of the parts that pushed me to leave, but the situation there in general. For example, I served in the army between 2006 2008. Many times I was almost gonna get killed. Many of my friends, they got killed already for just a few dollars. And guess what? In 2008, the situation was much, much better than now. So it wasn't optional if I want to do something I like the music, or to build a future. It's really, really hard to stay in Gaza Strip. So the circumstances in general who pushed me to leave Gaza City, actually.
And you've been in Sweden now for 2 years.
Yes.
You left Gaza a little more than 2 years ago.
Oh, actually, a little bit. In Europe in general, I am here like almost 3 years.
Almost
I left
3 years,
Gaza
yeah.
in January 2013.
So last summer, during the war, you were in Sweden. How did that affect you?
Oh, that's a good question, reminding me by all the memories. It was really shitty, to be honest. It's imagine that you are living in a really peaceful area, peaceful country, and I hope from all my heart it's going to be always peaceful here. But you know that's all your family, friends, relatives, all of them, even your memories, under fire of the Israeli occupation. So 52 days, it was like really bad for me. I was trying to call my family every hour. Sometimes it's work, sometimes it's not working because of the bombing. There is no electricity wires. And yeah, I was so lucky that all my family and all my dear friends, they survived. And after the 52 days of war, I went inside something we can call it war hangover. 4 months I couldn't focus right. 4 months I couldn't be on the stage. I remember also one of the things happened. Cecilia, she had an event by releasing a documentary talking about her. It's called Camel, and I had a small show before the documentary. I remember I was like totally in a different world because of the pressure that I was inside it. And until now, every time I remember those days, I think it's like a black page in my life. Again, to stay in a
But
really...
it's really tough and difficult to be in exile when a war is going on in your own country. I mean, looking at it from the outside is always much worse than actually being there,
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely. Like, I have been there almost most of from 2000, second Intifada, until 2013. That's mean I saw the whole second Intifada, and I saw 2 or 3 wars. But 2014, it was much, much, much worse. I was like, wish every minute if I am there with them under bombing.
Yeah.
But
But the main reason you left Gaza is really the Hamas government, right? Not
Hamas
the Israeli
government.
occupation.
You can say it like this. Hamas
But-
government, it's a result from the Israeli occupation.
Okay, but the Hamas government was sort of breathing down
But
your neck.
let me tell you something. For me, Hamas government kind of, they are worse than the occupation itself.
Worse than occupation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because, you know, this is occupation. You are fighting someone that's, you know, that he's your enemy in a way or another. But when you have your own people trying to control your life because they think that they have a wireless connection from the God directly to say yes or to say no or to do this or to do that, and they order you what to eat, what to wear, what to sing, what to talk. It's much more shitty. And I think...
Do you know they don't have a wireless connection?
Believe me, they have. That's what they're trying to convince us since they took Gaza City, but I'm sure they don't have. Actually, no one have a wireless connection with the God. No one. So I think we are free to take any decision that we want, that we see it's good for our lives. And the government...
So what did they do to you as a rap artist?
I think it's a good day to remember all the shit. Okay. In 2008, it was my last concert in Gaza Strip. After that, I ended up in the jail for 1 day. And my crime, it was that I was performing before 2 or 3 hours. And while I was performing on the stage, I was saying Palestine, and I put my hand between my legs. So they caught me. They said, we saw you saying Palestine while you are performing and you're using your hand between your legs. Actually, I don't remember that, but I think the wireless connection was shutting down. With
that was the official reason they took you into custody?
Yes, but actually it's not like that. I don't want to talk in Gaza Strip, just on the Gaza Strip. In any conflict area or any area that's controlled by arms, we call it, it's the fear strategy, to make people afraid to talk, to control all them life angles and corners so they can control this society and they can take all the benefits that they want from the people. So it wasn't because I was performing or I was making rap music. It was because I'm just trying to do something that they don't like. So they took me to the police station and they made me sign a paper that I'm going to stick to the Islamic rules and I'm going to follow the government orders, blah, 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 a lot of that shit.
And you did?
I don't have any option. Do you think? If I said, I'm sorry, I'm not going to sign, I don't think I'm going to be here today, maybe. Who knows?
You signed and then you did follow the orders. You didn't perform anymore, you didn't do music anymore?
Actually, that's one of my problems, that I can't stay silent. So I was doing music and release it on the internet. I couldn't perform in Gaza Strip after 2008. Actually, all my friends, they couldn't perform after that day because in a way or another, rap music is not, it's forbidden under the table there in Gaza Strip. So we kept doing our music and release it on the internet. But also in the lyrics, we was trying to be also careful by using metaphoric turn around the lyrics itself. We couldn't just say it directly against of them because they're gonna know.
So how do you do that? Can you explain that to us? What kind of metaphors you use to criticize the Hamas government?
Do you remember you was giving or making with us interviews? We wasn't say Hamas, we was say green. Green, it's mean Hamas. Because Hamas actually, them flag, them logo, it looks green. So we don't say Hamas government, we say green people. So that's one of the tricks.
But they understand that?
I don't think they are that smart those days.
Okay. So what did you say about them? The green people what?
You remember that verse that I told you about? That I rewrite it 5 times. 5 times. I was making songs and once I was like had enough from the shit. I went to the studio. I have a verse against the government. I recorded it, but actually I couldn't record it because the producer, the owner of the studio, he pushed me to rewrite my verse 5 times in the studio. I remember I gave you the lyrics. 5 times, because if I record that song and it was against the government and they're gonna catch me or they catched me, they're gonna go to the studio and they're gonna check who recorded this song and it's gonna be trouble for everyone.
So he was afraid to let you do it, even though it wasn't his song.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely, yes.
And what did you change?
What I changed in that period of time?
Yeah, what did you
Add
change
more
in your
green
text?
words.
Sorry?
Add more green words.
More green words.
Oh,
Okay.
it wasn't optional, actually.
So
Even,
now,
but let me be honest, even those days, or these days, until now I can't release a direct political songs against the government or the people there.
even if you do it on the internet here.
Even so.
Why?
Maybe when we met in that period of time, I was a little bit younger. I wasn't. I was super active. I don't think too much about reality and about calculations. I think now about my family there. I think
You're worried about your family,
Absolutely.
that they will get into trouble if you release something on the internet from here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that can be a big possibility. If they didn't catch me, they're gonna catch my family. And for example, a talking show like this one that we do it now, also it can be a big problem. If it's reached the right people of Hamas, it's gonna be a big problem. Every time I make a talking show and I talk about reality and the truth, I put another obstacle for me to go back to my home.
Yeah. So now you are here in Sweden. What kind of lyrics do you write here? What has being in exile done to your writing?
That's really a good question. I'm not sure if I have an answer for it until now. I'm here in Europe just only 3 years. Maybe my lyrics, it's kind of still the same, but the feeling is not the same. You know, as a rapper making rap music, for me, music is supposed to be connected to the environment that I am inside it. And now I'm far away from my country, so I'm still writing about there, even if I'm still writing heavy political lyrics. But in a way or another, I don't feel it that much. Yeah, I don't know what to say. Those 3 years, they changed me a lot.
Yeah,
Now,
how?
It's gonna be so easy. You lived most of your life inside this cup, and suddenly you go outside this cup. You can see all the angles. Religion angle, traditions, nationalism. You live there. Everything that they teach you in the school. The way that your mom and your dad, they raise you up. Everything, it's different. One of the good things...
So does that mean you're questioning everything that happened before in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything, almost.
Mm-hmm. And is that good or bad?
Good. Really, really good. But also bad.
And how do you think about your future now? I mean, do you see yourself going back to Gaza?
You have a really hard questions. Go back to Gaza, I'm sure. One day I'm gonna go back to my country. I can't. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. Hello, Mr. Frederick. Maybe one day I'm gonna do it. But before I go to my country, I have a job here. I need to finish it in this country. I want to get more education, more knowledge, gather more good people around me that they can help me to make a small change there in my country. For example, these days after I finished my scholarship, I have a small project. I make this small project with the Riksteatern, and this project from two sides. The first side, it's to teach the new arrivals, refugee kids, how to make rap music, and after that perform with those songs based on those kids' stories. And the second part, and that's the most important for me because it's personal for me, I bought a small system, and this system, if it's work out, you can establish music in most of the conflict areas, because all the conflict areas, Afghanistan, Gaza, they are based on some elements. So the first year, I'm gonna send a lot of equipments to the rappers and the musicians in Gaza Strip, and I'm gonna hire 2 teachers to teach them music there, and I'm gonna take care of those musicians for 1 year. After that, there's still 2 or more 4 years to this system to establish 100% in Gaza Strip. For example, if I'm still in Gaza Strip, I never ever can make that. But now I am here in Sweden. I have a great people. They are the reason that I succeed in this country, and you are one of them. Through this knowledge and experience that I had it, I know how to deal with my own country now. In a way that I can make a really change there.
Yeah. But how will you get this equipment into Gaza? Isn't that very difficult?
Oh, that's a really long story. First, I'm gonna buy the equipment, send them to Jerusalem. After that, I'm gonna try to collaborate with the Swedish Council, UN, and French Cultural Center, because all of them, they have a diplomatic cards. When you bought the equipment, they can go to Gaza Strip without the Israeli army stop them and take the equipment. Also, Hamas, they can't take the equipment from the cars.
Because they're diplomatic.
Yes.
But it would be impossible to get this equipment in through Egypt.
Oh, it's almost impossible. And that's really sad. Unfortunately, that's the new Egyptian government, they kicking our ass more than the Israeli army. Sometimes I can't believe that. One of the important lessons that I learned here in Europe, forget about religion, forget about the color, forget about which nation, which country, people are the people. For example, you see all the refugees who coming here to Europe now, who take them? Germany, Sweden, Norway, Saudi Arabia, they didn't take anyone. So that's putting
well,
all...
the Saudis claim that they took 2 million refugees.
Yeah. 2 billion actually, but we don't know, we don't see them. They bought them underground, whatever. Actually, the only thing that those countries that they done, they was just only supporting, as I think, I'm not sure, I don't have evidence, but that's what I see. They just only support the Sunni racist or Sunni, what you call it in English?
Jihadis, you mean?
Jihadists, exactly.
And
Sunnis
Daesh,
against
Islamic
Iran,
State,
and
IS, yeah.
it's like a big political game. But if I'm gonna forget about all that, I'm just gonna look to the humanity itself. I think everything I learned there about nationalism, it's just only blah 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 blah.
But you say that you think that you're going to go back to Gaza. Do you think you're going to go back and live there?
I don't know. I'm not sure actually. But what I know is I want to go back to Gaza Strip. And if I want to, one of my dreams in Gaza Strip, first, it's this project is going to succeed. And in the end of the project, I can open a big cultural center for all the musicians, the rappers there, break dancers, graffiti. And the second dream, and it's the biggest, it's to open the first music college there. And maybe it's going to be a music university, who knows. If I succeed the first year in Gaza Strip, I'm going to open the same project in West Bank and Jerusalem. After that, I'm going to connect all Palestine through music.
So how are you going to do all this? I mean, do you have funding for this?
Oh, actually, Postcode Lottery, they have a lot of money.
Sorry?
Postcode Lottery. I think I say it right.
Okay, yeah.
So they gave us around 2 million now, just only for the first step. And I'm going to work with Riksteatern.
All right.
And we're going to go for the first step. Actually, I found out those 2 million do nothing there with all those big things I'm talking about. So if I succeed the first year, I think after that maybe I can go to Sida, Belda. I don't know.
Okay.
The most important thing for me is just only to succeed in the first level. You said how you're going to succeed. I don't know if I'm going to succeed in Gaza Strip. It's 50% that I'm going to succeed, 50% I'm going to fail. Like our life in Gaza, you know that. 50% you're going to survive, 50% you're going to die. You don't know. So I'm going to try to do my best there to succeed. I hope Hamas government, they are not going to shut down the project and take the equipment, because I'm going to have a heart attack. So.
But there is such a risk, of course. Now, you are going to perform here on the stage for us and do some rap
Absolutely.
While this little party on the Internationella Torget begins. Tell us a little bit about your music and your what you're going to perform today.
Oh, actually, I'm going to perform 3 songs, and all of them, they are political songs talking about what's happening in Palestine.
And they're all in Arabic.
Yeah.
So give us a quick translation before you start.
I'm going to be sure
no,
to
I
do
mean
that.
now.
Now.
Tell us, what are they about, your songs?
Okay, the first song is called Kaman, that's mean more. And in this song, I'm talking about the government of Hamas, how they are kicking the people ass there. And when I mean by command, like, give me more, kick my ass more. And the second song, actually...
So you are addressing the Hamas government and saying, give me more of your
Yeah, you
shit.
get addicted, actually.
Okay.
So it's not optional sometimes.
Okay.
The second song, it's called Al-Hurriya, and actually the song, it's the musical theme for the documentary talking about Cecilia. It's called Camel. For anyone who didn't watch the documentary, it's really good one. Please watch it. So that's gonna be the second song. Al-Hurriya, it's mean freedom. So I'm gonna talk about freedom in my country. And the last song is gonna be just only for fun, but political lyrics also.
Yeah.
Yep.
What is it called?
No name.
No name,
No
just for
name.
fun.
Just for fun.
All right. Okay, you need to get some equipment on stage.
Yeah, we
Don't
have
go away. We're going to
our-
listen
our
now.
man here.
Oh, so
He
you're
did-
ready. I just need to leave.
I think there's 10 minutes
Erhan.
for sound check first.
10 minutes for sound check.
Yeah, that's what they update
Really?
me with. Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Yeah, so
All
I
right,
can-
Khaled.
tusen
Thanks
tack.
very much.
My pleasure, thank you.
Stay, don't go away, because
no,
now
no.
we're going to listen to some good Palestinian rap.
Yeah.
Thank you.
My pleasure. Thank you. Tusen tack.
Thank you very much, Khaled Harara, Cecilia Uddén. Thank you.